Run for your life. On December 2019, a very dangerous virus started to spread all over the world, causing havoc everywhere and changing the lives of people. It is highly contagious. With the absence of effective vaccines or medications, doctors and the World Health Organization turned into trying to find a socially constructed vaccine by using social measures, trying to slow the fast pandemic into a slower one. And one of the main methodologies that has been promoted is social distancing, in which each individual is asked to stay away from as much people as possible and limiting the interactions to only the necessary ones. And hence, a new culture of quarantine started to emerge, and the way people live their life and do their interactions and socialize started to change drastically. The streets are empty. The big metropolitan cities and destinations see much less flow of people and interactions, and schools are closed, and religious places of worship not anymore open to the public, and the ways of life and the style of life and the details of every part of the cultural practices of people is very much affected by the adaptations to the social vaccine. Therefore, in assignment 3, we want to explore the culture of quarantine, and in which specifically we want to analyze the changes and the challenges that are affecting the cultures, the different characteristics of culture when we study the culture from the different aspects, the different facets of a culture, how they are affected by the new ways of life and the new um, uh, culture of quarantine and how it affects the different aspects of our life and the lives of people all over the world. In this part, we can explore, for example, uh, different characteristics, for example, how the time is being spent, the values, the norms, the material aspects of culture, the non-material aspects of culture. So we try to analyze at least 10 different aspects of culture and look at the changes affecting them. We can look at our from each student or each individual's perspective from uh, their own specific culture, and what are the changes that are currently affecting their culture, or in the future you can foresee from now on that such challenges or such changes will happen too, and then you have to specify which aspects of culture are mostly affected. For example, is it the material parts of the culture? Is it the non-material parts of culture? And if it is the material part of culture, things related to food, things related to clothing, settings, home, the art, any physical artifacts, any physical aspects of culture, how they are affected, and at the same time, values and beliefs and social norms, and different non-material aspects of culture, how they are affected by the new ways of life imposed by the pandemic or the social distancing. Or living in quarantine. So you can look at it from different aspects. So at least if you can find maybe 5 to 10 different aspects. Now, when we look at 10 of them, it's also interesting if you look from two lenses, true culture and false culture. So you can look at practices that you think the new style of living and the new culture of quarantine are actually promoting certain parts of true culture, or the new culture of quarantine is affecting and coming up with false aspects or emphasizing or strengthening false aspects of culture. So we can look at the cultural changes from the lenses of true culture and false culture, or give examples of concrete changes to the material aspects or the non-material aspects of culture. But at the end, if you can come up with 10 different characteristics or attributes of culture that are being affected, either now or you project that in the long term, these will be main changes that will affect your culture or the general culture in which you are living.